Hey everybody, Aquatic Bob's here. My son's sleeping. That's alright, we're doing a video anyways. He's had a rough last couple days, so I'm sure he's gonna sleep hard. But so some of you guys who follow the channel know that I just put some coral on eBay. Quite a few pieces. Look at that snail. So the one that he's on, the one on the top right, I'm gonna zoom in, it's gonna get blurry. But that one right there, I posted on eBay. So, what a jerk. Well, he's cleaning it for you, right? Whoever gets it. Got the lucky snail cleaning. So, yeah, I posted a bunch of coral. I just want to do a video, a couple part video, because I have a feeling it could get long. And I want to be able to break it down on the best equipment for your reef tank for the price. Now, I've done a lot of research on this, and I'm sure a lot of you guys have too, and I just want to share some of what I've found with you guys, as I'm sure this will be helpful for a lot of new people starting out in the hobby, and also people who maybe want to get a bigger tank but just don't want to spend, you know, $400 or $500 on each light and $400 on one wave maker. That's absolutely ridiculous. I would never buy an Ecotech wave maker ever. Okay, maybe not ever, but yeah, after what I've learned and what I've experienced with these J-Bows, yeah, I can't really see myself. I might buy some other types of wave makers, but I will just not spend $400 on an Ecotech pump. I'm sorry. So let me show you. They look very similar to a lot of pump controllers, very simple to use. So yeah, we'll say number one, wave makers. J-Bow wave makers, spelled J-E-B-A-O. You can find them on Amazon. Some saltwater stores will carry them. Maybe your local fish store might. You're looking at, for the regular wave makers like that one, you're looking at anywhere from $50 up to probably $110. So yeah, I know what you guys are thinking. Some of you are like, holy crap, for one pump? Yeah, trust me, that's cheap, comparatively speaking, but they really do work. I know some people, like, I have all J-Bows. I've ran probably 15 different J-Bow pumps since I've got in this hobby, and they just work. You still have to clean them once every few months, but they work. They do the job. They do what they're supposed to do. And the new ones even have Wi-Fi, so you can connect Wi-Fi and control it more on your app on your phone, and it's a good option. So the Gyres, there's a lot of different sized Gyres. They're the ones, the cross flow pumps that pump, you know, straight across the tank. Both sides, you can still adjust both sides to be different angles. Gyres are going to cost you anywhere from, I think, 75 or 80 bucks up to almost 200 bucks for the really big ones. And they work. I'm telling you right now, they work. Look at my tank. Right? I'm not just, and okay, I hope these companies will at least listen to this video at some point and think of maybe just sending me a free pump or something, because I'm really going to talk them up, but I'm not getting anything from them. So I'm just doing this to I really want you guys to know what works, and I want to help you out. And if you're willing to trust me, I think you'll be quite pleased. So some of the bonuses of these pumps, they have very similar controllability. So here's the new Gyre, and you can see down here, let's see, you can see that the status is green, and that's connected to the app on my phone. It's got Wi-Fi. These other ones don't have that Wi-Fi. They're older, they're a couple years old. They're still working. Yep. And You can see these ones here too. So I'm running 5 of these in my tank. I have massive amounts of flow in here, and I'm actually running them pretty low, but I just want such random flow in my tank, so that's why I'm running them all over the place. This is the flatter one that gives you more of a wide spread. So like with this one, what you're gonna get is more of like an opening up spread right away. With this guy over here, you're gonna get more of like a longer continual spread that slowly opens, and the gyres are going to give you like that kind of strong current all the way across the tank, shoots to the other side of the tank, and if you only have one, it'll come back down, and it makes this circular motion around your tank. So, but yeah, they work great, and the controllability is nice, and the app isn't too bad. They're still working out a few kinks on it. I haven't had any issues with it. I haven't had one issue with the app. One time I took apart a Jabo pump, and when I put it back together for like 2 or 3 minutes, it made kind of a weird noise. I shook it a little bit, and it spit out some air bubbles, and then it was fine. And that was this gyre over here. But yeah, so there you go. There's your wave makers. Jabo also makes, wait for it, I'm gonna grab my flashlight. Return pumps. Look at that. The Jabo return pump. Can't really get it to focus, but yeah, or there it is there, sorry. And then, in all its glory, doing a great job. Doing great things for this tank. I've had it set up 7-8 months now. I took it out to clean it about a month ago, and when I took it out to clean it, I was like, I really didn't even need to clean this. There was a little tiny bit of like slime in there, and that was it. And so I put it back in, still the same function. It's doing really well. It sucked up a lot of sand and junk from my tank too that's made it through the sump, and yeah, it's still doing really well. So Jabo, consider it. I know you guys want to support some of your larger companies, and that a lot more people have used a lot over the years and have trusted, and that's okay too. There's nothing wrong with that. If you have the money and money's not an issue, by all means, go with it. But if you want to save some money and spend some extra money on coral like I do and still have very similar results, go with Jabo, right? So that's an easy one for me. And again, I'm not trying to offend anybody. I'm just saying this has worked for me. So, and my tank is evidence, right? Next, I'll try to fit one more in this video. I'm gonna say, so some of you guys know I have some expensive lights. The Hydra 32s, the Radion XR15 Gen 4 Pro, and the T5 thing on the back was $30 on Amazon, and the bulbs are the actual Reef bulbs, so they were like 20 bucks a piece. But for a 2-foot 2-bulb fixture on Amazon, I think I paid 25 or 30 bucks for it. Works just great. Works wonderful. I didn't have to spend $200 on it, and works good. Got a Reef Bright strip in the front. And so my mistake was I bought all these lights because I thought for some reason that it was going to make my tank look insane and incredible. Well, for quite a while when I set them up, my tank kind of struggled a little bit, and because I kept messing with the light settings and changing the light settings. I know the guys at BRS, if they watch this, they'd be shaking their heads right now. Set it and forget it, right? Set your lights, get your schedule, know what you're going to do beforehand, set your lights, set your spectrum, set your timers, and forget it. And your tank is going to stable out way quicker. Your corals can adjust even if they're in a weird spot or something. Worst case scenario is you move your coral. You have to rearrange your coral. but try to set your lights up right the first time. If you need to rent a par meter or buy one, or maybe you can rent one from your local fish store, borrow one from a friend, or Bulk Reef Supply rents them. I seriously would recommend just do it. Please do it for your sake and for ours and for the Reef to Reef forum, because so many people go on and they're asking questions and questions and questions, and a lot of times they have no idea that it's their light. They just don't know. They don't know their par. They don't know their spectrum. So do some research, figure it out, rent a par meter if you have to. Save yourself a lot of money and save your coral a lot of stress. Save yourself some time and do it right. So that brings me back to the lighting. So I want to show you guys this. I'm really excited. I just bought this Aquastar Coral Reef Marine Fish. Got it on Amazon. It kind of is like two small Kessels in one. It's like two small Kessel A360s. Because this thing, so it's at 50% right now. I just set it up down here. It's at 50%. The whites is only at 8%. The blue and royal blue and violet purple channel are all at 50%. But when I turned this thing way up, it was like the coral was so bright reflecting from the light it almost hurt my eyes. I'm not even kidding. This thing packs a punch. But it was like $110 on Amazon. $110. And comparing the color over my main tank and the spectrum blend and everything, it's like it looked pretty good. Like I'm really very impressed. If you see the video like blurring, that's the whole thing right now, so that's not the light. As I'm talking about it, saying that it's doing well. And I just set it up, so I don't know instant results, but you can see some of the coral I got down here, like, they're glowing. They look good. So just because they look good doesn't mean that it's absolutely right, but when I looked at the spectrum chart of it online and did some research on it, man, it actually covers a little bit more of spectrum than some of these nicer lights, even more than the hydras. So, I mean, if it's true and it's real with their advertising, it's really gonna work. It's gonna be a good light. Another light that I've used before and that I'm using to set up over my big 7.5 foot tanks that my dad and I are building right now, VPAR Spectras. VPAR Spectra, all one word. 130 bucks on Amazon, and man, those things pack a punch. Same with this one down here. What's it called again? G5 Aquastar. This one and the VPAR Spectras on Amazon. Both can set up a schedule and have ramp. This one has ramp up and ramp down, so I have an hour and 15 minutes to ramp up in the morning and an hour and a half to ramp down in the evening. And so it's actually ramping down right now. But yeah, I mean, that's super nice for $110 light. I can't remember exactly what it was. That's super nice though. And the VPAR Spectra, you can control the channel separately and time it so that it turns on and off at a certain time. Now the VPAR Spectra doesn't ramp up and down, but it's alright. Like, I know it, I mean, you can turn the set the white channel so it shuts off at like 8 o'clock and the blues can stay on till 10. So I mean, it's very similar. You still get that full blue effect. And that's what my tank is right now. It's all blue. My white channels are all shut off. So yeah, a couple of lights that really work. They work. They do the job. Now I don't recommend going out and buying those Marineland, strip lights or Fluval Reef LEDs, or those things are not, that great. And I've talked to a lot of people who have bought them, and when I ask, well, what light are you using? You can tell they're kind of like afraid to say it at first. They're like, well, it's a light, and I'm like, well, do you get a lot of light out of it? Like, what do you remember what it is? And they're kind of hesitant because I know that they know that it's not the greatest light, but they just wanted to save a few bucks, which is okay. It's all right. But make sure if you're saving a few bucks that you do it the right way. Do some research, do it the right way, and get the right light. So I think that's going to pretty much wrap it up for this video. There are a few other cheaper black box lights out there that you can find on Amazon, but the VPAR Spectra of all the black box LEDs, by far the best spectrum, best controllability, best reliability. I know people have told nightmare stories about them before. I've never seen that happen. I've set up a lot of people's tanks. I used to do tank maintenance. I always got the VPAR Spectras, and there's great results. Some of the nicest coral pictures I've ever taken in this hobby were under VPAR Spectras. In fact, this coral did way better. I should post a picture of that. In fact, you know what? I'm gonna make that be my cover photo, is gonna be what this coral looked like under VPAR Spectras, and that's gonna be what what you see as the thumbnail. So but yeah, see, this video went long. There's more equipment to come though. I'll probably drop another video tomorrow. If you have any questions, let me know. If you found anything that's real nice and not gonna totally destroy your wallet and bank account, drop it in the comments. Let me know. And if you appreciate it and you like this video, please subscribe, give me a thumbs up, and I would greatly appreciate it. Remember, look forward to the 1,000 subscriber coral giveaway. It's coming up. We're getting up there. We're almost halfway there now, and I have a feeling we're gonna keep going. So, oh, and one last quick little shout out for this guy. I just bought it on eBay. It's the Home Wrecker, Jason Fox Home Wrecker Acropora. So I finally got one, 180 bucks, and plus shipping, which was expensive. It always is. I wish these corals would look on camera the way they do look in the Walt Disney. But yeah, check out my coral on eBay, search Aquatic Bob's Live Coral. But yeah, we'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching. Aquatic Bob's out.